In this video, we'll get a frequency table and a frequency chart for interval level data. And so those data will be, for our class data, it will be the 3 test scores. So we want to find that how students scored at each score level. We use the first test as an example. And the test has the score range and go from 0 to a maximum of 15. So to create a frequency table, so let's use this here. So I'm going to call this the test. And so I'm going to have the possible score levels listed here. So I'm going to go from 1 and 2, and then use this to fill down over to 15, which is the maximum score. So it means that so this will, I want to find how many students scored 1 or below, and for this, that's how many students scored above 1 but below equal or below 2, and so on and so forth. So here in this column, I'm going to create the frequency that's for each of these possible score levels. I'm going to call it a frequency. And the function that we're going to use to get the frequency for the interval ratio level score it's called just frequency. So I'm going to type in equal sign and then type a frequency, and then just double click here. And you see that it will tell it asks us to enter 2 sets of data. One is called data array, and the other is bins array. The data array is just our test scores that all the students got in the class, and then we separate it by comma. And I'm going to enter the bins array. The bins array is the list of possible score levels we just did. So it starts from, so since we cannot, it's kind of covered this, I'm going to type in, so the first one starts from column key and row 2. And then, so it will end column key and row 16. So that is all the list of all the possible score levels. So once I'm done with it, enter. And I got a 0 because nobody got a score of 1 or below. Then, so to get the rest of frequency, we need to highlight. Use Shift key, and then you can highlight all these columns. And then you go to the frequency formula bar here and double click. And then, so then what you do is you're going to so you're going to use Shift, Control, and Enter, the 3 keys together, and then so you just Shift, Control, Enter all together. You will get a frequency, and so that's for the PC. I think that's for Mac. You just use a Command, Control, Enter all together. So that's the frequency information for the first test. So you can see that. There's 1 student got a score of 6, 2 students got a score of 8, and 2 students scored at 9. And so so this is a frequency table. So next we can use this information to create a frequency chart for the test 1. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just highlight the frequency, and then you go to Insert. And we can just use the bar graph. I don't need this. Let me go back. And I'm just going to use the simple one. So this is the bar graph. So that's again, so graphically represent the information here. And then because these test scores we regard it as a continuous, so we're going to use the change that to a histogram. So to change the bar graph to a histogram, you can just double click here, like all the columns. Let's be sure that, yeah. So then I have a format data series come up on the right. Or you can use, I'm going to close this out. You can go from a menu, you go to format, and then format selection, and you will also have this. So first thing is I do not want any gap between the columns. So between the bars, yeah. So reduce the gap to 0. You see that there's no gap. And the next thing is I'm going to do this the fill and the line here. I'm going to click on border, and I'm going to use a solid line and change the color to black. So basically, I want to these black lines to separate the bars. So this is a histogram for test 1. Yeah. And so of course you can also add you can also label, yeah. So here you can also add a chart element like access titles. For example, if I do the vertical one, that's a frequency. If I count those, I can test it. So it's called frequency. And it's the and then did I type? I don't think I did it right here. Frequency. Okay. And then for the I can also use this add chart element, and then I go to access title, the horizontal axis. So I can add it's a score level. Okay, so here just did a frequency a histogram. So it's a frequency table, which is here, and a frequency chart, and this.